What is the most insane thing a relative did to sabotage your wedding that spectacularly backfired on them? I was unboxing save the date cards when my older cousin Renata stormed into my house. She slammed her purse down. "You knew I wanted the sapphire," she shrieked. My fiancé Theo had proposed a month prior using my great-grandmother's vintage sapphire ring. Renata, who was chronically single, insisted she was legally entitled to it because she was the eldest granddaughter. "I didn't steal it," I sighed. "Grandma left it to Theo directly." She glared at me, face turning purple. "You're parading my stolen birthright in front of the family." She marched out, slamming the door so hard a picture frame shattered. That established the nightmare trajectory for the next 8 months. Every milestone I hit, Renata attempted to obliterate, but her interference miraculously worked in my favor. She logged into my wedding website by guessing my security questions and changed the dress code to neon beach attire, hoping people would look ridiculous at a black tie event. I didn't notice until my mother-in-law called asking about a neon green gown. I was mortified, but when the venue manager heard about the vicious prank, he felt so bad he waived the $1,200 corkage fee for our imported wine. Renata seethed when she found out we saved money. When digital warfare failed, she chose physical sabotage. 2 months before the wedding, Theo and I hosted a wine tasting mixer for our bridal party. Renata crashed it. She cornered my bridesmaids and whispered that Theo was drowning in secret credit card debt and I was settling for a loser. Instead of causing a panic, my bridesmaids were so fiercely protective they banded together, created a secret group chat, and surprised us by covering the entire cost of my bachelorette weekend in Sedona, saving me thousands. Anyone who attracts that much bitter jealousy is clearly winning at life, my maid of honor told me. The week of the wedding, things took a sinister turn. I woke up at 3:14 a.m. to a fraud alert from my bank. Someone tried to cancel my $4.500 honeymoon resort reservation in Costa Rica using my debit card details. The confirmation email went to spam, but the bank flagged the massive cancellation fee. My maid of honor tracked the IP address from the login attempt directly to Renata's apartment building. When I called the resort in a panic, the concierge was so appalled by the malicious act that he secured our original oceanfront suite and upgraded us to the penthouse villa, completely free of charge. My dad gave Renata a final warning. One wrong move at the ceremony, and she was dead to the family. She played the victim, swearing she just wanted me to be happy. The ceremony was gorgeous, and the reception was flawless until the father-daughter dance. My dad and I were swaying to an acoustic song, surrounded by guests, sharing a deeply emotional moment. Suddenly, Renata shoved past a waiter, marched onto the dance floor, and tried to physically wedge herself between me and my dad. The room froze in horror. "I need my dad," she wailed into the microphone she had snatched from the DJ stand. "My parents' divorce ruined my life, and nobody is paying attention to my trauma tonight." She stood there, waiting for sympathy, completely hijacking my spotlight. My dad stopped dancing. He looked at her, entirely unbothered, and signaled the DJ. The music cut out instantly, leaving the room dead silent. My dad leaned into the microphone still clutched in her hand. "Renata," he said firmly, "your parents divorced 22 years ago. Go sit down." The entire banquet hall erupted into a mix of gasps and stifled laughter. Renata turned crimson, threw the microphone onto the floor, and sprinted toward the exit. In her panic, her stiletto caught the edge of the heavy velvet drapery, pulling down a massive 10-foot section of fabric and a heavy brass curtain rod right on top of her in front of 150 stunned guests. The following Tuesday, my grandparents called a severe family intervention. Renata was formally exiled from every holiday, birthday, and summer barbecue indefinitely. "You humiliated yourself trying to steal a moment from your cousin because you are utterly miserable," my grandfather told her. "Until you seek intense psychiatric therapy, do not contact us." She refused to take any accountability. Instead, 2 weeks later, Renata launched a GoFundMe campaign demanding $10,000 to sue me for emotional damages and stolen inheritance. It sat active for 3 full months, completely ignored by everyone we knew, and raised exactly $0. Even her own mother refused to donate a single cent.